All right, joining me right now, National Review editor Rich Lowry. We have pollster Lee Carter. We have Republican strategist Ford O'Connell, Democratic strategist Jessica Tarlov. Jessica, they can't overturn this. There was a moment, by the way, last night where people thought that might be exactly where they were trying to go when John Podesta came out, as opposed to Hillary Clinton, and addressed her supporters and said basically, look, we're still counting votes. What was going through his head? Did he think there was still an opportunity then?
I'm not completely sure. I mean, I was in touch with people who were over at the Javits Center. I was here. It was obviously an incredibly somber, despondent mood there, and I think that Hillary Clinton, I wish that she had been able to come out and at least shake hands with supporters or say thank you so much. I mean, Hillary Clinton's supporters are dedicated,
right?
But I have no idea what was going on with her right then. And when you look at the fact that Republicans and Democrats alike, I know there were some people who saw this Trump path, but predictions of her over 300 electoral votes, this is a huge shock. So I think John Podesta was not going the rigged way. I think that he was just
I've also heard
time.
that she may not have even had so much as a concession speech.
No, she did,
because
she did have both.
But it was very bizarre because Podesta comes out and gives a statement like, we're fighting this thing on, and we're going to, we'll look at it until 6 in the morning, and then 20 minutes later the word comes, oh, Hillary's called Trump and congratulated him. So those two things.
So do you think that she sent him over there to bide some time, was trying to figure out what to do, then she realized, my goodness, Pennsylvania is going for Trump.
No, my speculation entirely based on nothing, because I didn't have any contacts in Javits Center. It was just, this was a crushing and unexpected loss. And she wanted to take a breath, and I think it would have been better that she did it last night, but she came out this morning,
but instead,
gave a very gracious speech.
She got a good night's sleep and came out this morning.
To be fair to Hillary, okay, having been a former presidential campaign advisor, when you lose one of these, it takes, 3 years off your life. When you win one, it takes 2 years off your life. This is one of the most soul-crushing experiences you can ever have. And when you win, you don't even know what you've won yet. You have no idea. You're so exasperated. You're trying to count the last, vote. Where can it be? Where can I turn out someone else? And then when it's done, you don't even believe the numbers in front of you.
Well, the numbers were coming in. The Trump family was watching there at Trump Tower, gathered watching the results. They went over to the Hilton there to celebrate after. But, I think they probably also had a little bit of shock. Lee, you and I, we talked, I don't know if it was that day or the day before, and you had been running the numbers, and you said, look, it could happen because he's within a margin of error, and we don't know how accurate these polls are. Why weren't they accurate?
So I think there's a few reasons that they're not accurate. It's easy in hindsight to go back, but we were sitting there yesterday going, like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And we were poring over the numbers, and and the thing that we were looking at, number one, was how did he perform versus the polls in the primaries? He outperformed in the primaries every single time at around 5 to 6 points. In Florida, as much as 19 points he outperformed. And so there was something we knew that was going on with polling, that we'd call it the Bradley effect, you can call it whatever you want, but there were people who were really not willing to say it out loud. I also know that there were a fair number of people who didn't make the decision until right that time. We saw late-breaking people did break for Trump with a 2%.
And then, by the way, they didn't want to tell the exit pollsters what they had actually done. Again,